Is it me, or is artificial intelligence getting too smart and thus a bit creepy? Google's new Pixel 8 phones can conjure photos that technically never really existed. So is this a helpful feature or the beginning of the end?
It seems like the ink is barely dry on my last Pixel phone review, and already the new Google Pixel 8 has arrived. Google's newest flagship phone is now available, and I was able to spend a few days with it ahead of its launch and a couple weeks after launch. So in this review, I'll take you through what's new with the Pixel 8, what its coolest features are, and what it can do now, and if overall it's a good Android phone for you.
Let's start with what's new with the Google Pixel 8. If I'm being honest, there's not a whole lot that's completely new, but for the most part, the upgrades and incremental improvements are definitely welcome. But the stuff that is new is pretty astonishing.
Google is touting its more powerful chip on this phone. It's the Google Tensor G3, and what users will see with the G3 is a faster phone that allows it to more quickly manage a bigger array of AI or artificial intelligence-powered tasks, and we'll have more on that coming up.
What else is new with this phone as compared to the Pixel 7? In short, there's a brighter screen, there's a teeny battery improvement, a teeny bit smaller screen size, and a softer design overall. The display has some new lingo around it too. Google is now calling the 6.2-inch screen on the Pixel 8 an Actua display, which is really just a fancy term that it's applying to the brighter screen that also has a faster refresh rate, great for gaming and watching action movies.
While not new, there's also what I will say is maybe renewed branding around some of Google's smart built-in features. While things like Photo Unblur and Magic Eraser plus call screening have been around for several Pixel phone generations, Google is now putting them under the banner of AI assistants because buzzwords. Google's also packing in more of these AI features that are getting better and a little scarier, with tasks like being able to edit photos into the perfect shot right on your Pixel phone.
Pixel 8 has a refreshed camera with both a wide lens and an ultra-wide lens. If you also want a telephoto lens, you'd have to upgrade to the Pixel 8 Pro, or you can use the Super Res Zoom on the Pixel 8's camera, a digital photo feature which lets you get better close-ups without that extra telephoto lens. The camera app has a new updated interface too, which Google says aims to help you quickly find and capture content using photos or video. It doesn't really feel all that much more intelligent at a glance. This might be the kind of thing that becomes more noticeable over time and when I'm in a rush.
I'm sure Google's new smart photo features are going to be some of the most exciting for new Pixel users. So let's take a look and start with Best Take.
Best Take helps with people shots, and it works on group or solo photos. It uses a series of similar photos taken at the same time to help you automatically create a blended image with the best facial expressions. So if someone is blinking or looking away, you can let Google AI tee up a list of alternate facial expressions and choose the ones that make the photo perfect. To access Best Take, just snap a bunch of photos, then open one of them. Choose Edit, then Tools, and look for Best Take. Now, if you don't see Best Take, it's not available for your photo, like if you took a photo of a pet, for example. You'll get a list of available options and facial expressions to choose from. In one of my tests, I noticed that the face swap was extremely obvious due to a finely patterned shirt I was wearing. Essentially, Best Take combines similar photos into one photo, and it can even work with new technology and techniques like generative AI to open up even more editing possibilities, like with Magic Editor.
With Magic Editor, you can go even further, and this is where it actually gets kind of scary, or scarier. Magic Editor uses generative AI to help you make more complex edits easily. And let's segue for just a second into what exactly generative AI is. It's essentially creating something from nothing.
For example, generative AI, like when I tried it on the new Google Chromebook Plus in my review using Adobe Express, allows you to type in a command, say add Saturn to my photo, for example, and the artificial intelligence engine will simply conjure or generate the thing you're asking for. This saves you the work of having to go find images of Saturn, crop and manipulate them, and then add them as a layer to whatever you're doing. On the Pixel 8, Magic Editor will allow you to do things like resize or reposition your subject in a frame and essentially completely manipulate the photo so it'll look exactly how you want. And it'll fill in the space around the subject all on its own. To use Magic Editor, by the way, open a photo and look for the rainbow star square emblem in the bottom left corner. If you want to resize or reposition your subject, just tap or circle the object you want to edit, then drag and reposition it or pinch to resize it. As I found in this Google demo and from my own testing, you can also use contextual suggestions to improve the lighting and the background, like changing a gray sky to blue. Plus, after you select and edit, Magic Editor will give you multiple result options to choose from so you can always get the look you want.
It's actually pretty startling how well this technology works and how truly intuitive it is. Even someone who's never spent a minute with something like Photoshop could do some major improvements with the software on this phone. Google says Magic Editor is in its earliest stages and warns it's not going to get everything right, so they're asking for people to report big issues for fixing and improvements. Well, I think the technology is absolutely amazing, and it will definitely allow a lot more people to be a lot more creative. To me, it seems like we're actually not that far away from simply being able to create any photo of anyone, anywhere, anytime. Always wish you've been to the Taj Mahal. I guess Google's artificial intelligence assistant could now help you build just such a photo. We no longer need to be able to go to places to be able to Instagram them, and maybe that's kind of sad. One other AI feature is Audio Magic Eraser, where Google AI can reduce distracting sounds like cars or wind in videos. Kind of a windy evening out here walking the dogs with the new Pixel 8 phone. Something called Audio Magic Eraser that's supposed to help dampen the sound of things like wind noise. So this is what it sounds like when you use the Audio Magic Eraser and when you don't.
Battery on the Pixel 8 is slightly improved over the Pixel 7 at 4,578 milliamp hours, which Google distills down to 24-hour plus battery life. The battery life has always been pretty great on Pixel phones, so there's not really much to complain about here. The Pixel 8 also continues to offer wireless battery share as well as fast charging. And speaking of carryover features, you'll also continue to receive proactive crisis alerts in case of emergencies like floods, tornadoes, or fires. Your Pixel will also detect a car crash and call for help, and you do also get access to VPN by Google One to help you mask your online activity. Google also promises software and security updates for 7 years from your purchase of the Pixel 8. Call screening and on-hold support from the Google Assistant are also still on board. Overall, while this phone is unlikely to win you over based on its design or specs alone, some of those new artificial intelligence features are absolutely going to become must-haves. The photo editing features are top of the line, and these alone make the Pixel once again the phone with the camera everyone wants.
On the Pro side, the design refresh is fine, and the new chip makes the phone faster, albeit in milliseconds, which I can't really notice. The brighter screen is nice too. Overall, it's a really nice phone. The photo editing and AI-powered features are killer too, and that, in my opinion, is what's really going to sell this phone. So what are the cons? After playing around with it for a week or two, I can't really say anything majorly negative stands out for me. There are obviously implications for us all that such seamless photo fakery is now at everyone's fingertips. So to quote Google's old mantra, don't be evil. I can definitely recommend the Google Pixel 8 to you. Pixel 8 sells for about $949 Canadian or $699 US, which is about $100 more US than the 7, and you can get it from Google. Check out my other Google reviews as well, like the Pixel Tablet or the Pixel Buds Pro right now.